DJI Osmo Action 5. Stop. Just stop right now. Because the GoPro Hero 14 is about to do something we were told was physically impossible for a camera this small. We're talking about true 8K resolution at 60 frames per second, and a feature that has been the holy grail of action sports. AI-driven night vision that actually looks like daylight. These aren't just rumors. We've cross-referenced internal patent filings, supply chain reports, and a massive metadata leak from GoPro's own cloud testing servers. The Hero 14 isn't just a camera. It's a supercomputer that happens to fit in your pocket. Let's start with the heart of this beast, the GP3 processor. For 5 years, GoPro stuck with the GP2. The GP3 is a 5-nanometer AI-driven powerhouse. This chip has more processing power than most mid-range laptops. Why does that matter? Because for the first time ever, we're getting real-time AI denoising. That grainy, muddy look you get when filming at a bonfire or walking through a city at night is officially dead. The Hero 14 uses a dedicated neural processing unit to reconstruct missing pixels in low light, cleaning up the image before it even saves to your SD card. Then there is the 8K. People said 8K on an action cam was a gimmick that would overheat in minutes. But with the GP3's efficiency and a new Graphene Heat-Sync casing leaked in the blueprints, the Hero 14 can pull off 8K 60 FPS with incredible detail. This allows you to crop in 400% and still have a perfect 4K image. Imagine filming a mountain biker from a distance and being able to zoom in during post-production to see the dirt flying off the tires in crystal clarity. Look closely at the leaked renders of the lens housing. It's significantly larger. Sources suggest a custom-designed quad-Bayer sensor optimized specifically for high dynamic range. This means no more blown-out skies in the snow and no more black shadows under trees. It's perfect exposure handled entirely by the AI. For vloggers, the front screen is now an edge-to-edge OLED display. But the killer feature is Predictive HyperSmooth 7.0. Using the AI chip, the camera actually predicts your movement milliseconds before it happens. If you're about to take a hard landing, the camera adjusts the horizon leveling in anticipation. The result is footage so smooth, it looks like it was shot on a $10,000 heavy-duty gimbal. There's a catch. Reports indicate GoPro is moving to a new battery architecture to support this massive power draw. This means old batteries might finally be obsolete. However, the trade-off is a 3-hour recording time in 4K, which most pros will gladly accept. As we dive deeper into the leaked specs, we see cinematic bokeh mode. Usually, action cameras have a deep focus where everything is sharp, which looks amateur. The Hero 14's AI can now map depth in real time, digitally blurring the background to give you that creamy, professional movie look while keeping your face sharp. The waterproof rating is being pushed to 60 feet without a housing. They've redesigned the seals, and the hydrophobic lens coating is now baked into the glass. Water droplets literally bounce off the lens, ensuring surf footage is never ruined by a single stray drop. DJI and Insta360 have been leading innovation lately, and GoPro knows they can't just release a minor update. The Hero 14 is GoPro reclaiming the throne. Leaked pricing suggests a jump to around $549. While that is a premium, this camera replaces a vlogging setup, a night vision kit, and a high-end gimbal. The UI and mounting system are also being refined. They're finally moving toward a magnetic quick-release system, ending the frustration of the old screw-in fingers. This is the reset for the action camera industry. Whether you're a creator, an athlete, or just someone documenting a vacation, the Hero 14 is the only camera that matters. The 8K is the headline, but the AI is the secret. Being able to film in a dark forest and have it look like a Hollywood movie set isn't just a feature, it's a revolution. The world of action cameras just got a whole lot more interesting, and GoPro is back to lead the pack. This is the future. A GoPro Hero 14 must be on the way, and the CEO promised new cameras in the next 3 months. Here's why there might still be a surprise. GoPro just had its Q4 earnings call, and a couple of days before, the company announced its GP3 image processor, which should be seen for the first time in CA. Maros this spring, or Q2, as it was put to investors. The reaction in the city was somewhat muted, but fair enough. The share price dropped based on the figures revealed, the obvious headline being that 2 million GoPros have been sold in 2025, down from 2.2 in the year before, so the company slightly missed its target. The format of these events, which happen every 3 months for investors, is necessarily bright and cheerful, but the revelation that the new image processor is to make its way into physical products so soon seems difficult to ignore. Yes, it's true. I've heard Nick Woodman, CEO of GoPro, make 1 or 2 promises about devices that have gone on to be delayed. The world has watched as the GoPro Max 2, the company's 8K 360 camera, hit the market late. But I think that's why things have to be different this time. Another reason is that with the slightly unusual 360 camera behind it, and the smaller GoPro Lit Hero also out of the way, the obvious next camera to refresh is the core of the company's business. The Hero Black, which for many years received an annual update, just like the iPhone. Why didn't it happen last time, in late 2025? Because I suspect the new processor chip wasn't ready. And, of course, because the company was focusing attention on the Max 2. Now, if what I'm hearing is true, and the GP3 is a 5nm system on chip, SoC, that delivers over twice the pixel processing power of the GP2, then there's a good reason to update the flagship action camera, the GoPro Hero 13 Black. Moreover, as an action camera expert, I've been maintaining the DCW Best Action Camera Guide. The GoPro has been slipping in the rankings as 2 key competitors, DJI and Insta360, have concentrated on features that GoPro's processor and imaging chip has not helped to keep up with: low-light image processing. Nick Woodman mentioned better battery life and industry-leading resolutions and frame rates that go far beyond what the competition is capable of. Now, even if there's a bit of exaggeration, it still seems likely we might see 8K on the GoPro Hero 14 Black. GoPro can already achieve a lot via burst slow MO, as fast as 400 frames per second, and sustain 120 frames per second at 4K, but that could conceivably be doubled to 240 frames per second at 4K with no worries about the camera overheating. He did add, when combined with low-light image sensors, so we can only assume they're coming, and camera runtimes ranging from 40% to 90% longer suggest that battery performance will be significantly better. Get out of court and into development. It's not the winning but the taking part that counts, joked one wag about GoPro's recent patent battles with Insta360. As a camera customer with a college-level understanding of law, I've got to admit that just knowing GoPro is expending a lot effort chasing competitors is a bit dispiriting. Lawyers aren't cheap, whether you're an individual or a company like GoPro. Even as I write this, I imagine my parents are wondering why I didn't follow that career path and ended up writing about tech. The cost will be paid by anyone buying a GoPro, and personally, I'd rather that money was poured back into R&D than more spurious cases. Don't get me wrong. It is, of course, well within a company's rights to defend its patents, but there are some things which seem more pressing. And that's the point about the taking part. It doesn't really seem like GoPro is concerned about winning. It comes across as somewhere between a desperate hope or just the time-honored strategy of making life difficult for the more successful company that you should have beaten fair and square. Would we have had a GoPro Hero Black with 8K sooner if the company had developed it first, rather than letting Insta360 beat it to the market and relying on ultimately unsuccessful court action to try to hamper its rival? Ultimately, I'll just get the best camera for my needs, assuming there isn't a horrific sting in the tail in the form of a subscription that limits features, if not acquired. Action cameras are useful in so many ways, and GoPro has never really been out of the game. For people like me, who value low light performance, and if I'm honest, aren't as high-speed and bright light as we used to be, it has been wise to examine alternatives for a while. It sounds to me that the competition here is finally moving back to the tech first and the court second, which is the way it should be, if you ask me. And in that case, T feels like GoPro is going to deserve a lot of attention. Anticipation is running high surrounding the launch of GoPro's new flagship model. For the company, the introduction of the GoPro Hero 14 is crucial. Increasing competition from brands like DJI and Insta360 has put GoPro under pressure. In response, the CEO has decided to forego his salary until the end of 2025, and the company has had to lay off 15% of its workforce. Not only the Hero 14, but also the upcoming GoPro Max 2 will play a key role in GoPro's recovery and market position. But will GoPro succeed in raising the bar above when comparing the specs of these cameras? The GoPro Hero 13 comes out on top. Both the Osmo Action 5 Pro and the Ace Pro 2 can film at a higher resolution and more frames per second. Furthermore, both cameras have a longer battery life, better waterproofing, and more expandable storage. The price of the action cams is roughly the same, so based purely on specs, GoPro doesn't quite make the cut. With the GoPro Hero 14, GoPro has a lot of catching up to do. However, GoPro does have several features that DJI and Insta360 don't yet offer, such as hindsight and scheduled recording.